And we're back. So here's the thing about doing videos for the real life of work at home moms. This mom can handle, like, I don't mind if my kids play next to me. I don't mind if they're hanging out while I'm doing videos. I don't mind if they bust in and they're talking and there's background noise, and this is how it is. This is how we work our business, being a parent with children, and especially young children who are kindergarten, preschool. You have to be able to have that flexibility and not be worried about perfection. Not worried about, do I look perfect? Is my setting perfect? And is everybody going to act perfect? Like, no, things are going to happen. This is how it's done. However, hi, Polly, from the other room. However, if you're going to sit on my floor and dig into my makeup, then I have to stop the video and call emergency. So I had to do a quick stop because my 4-year-old was literally, I don't care if she plays with it a little bit, but she was digging into my eyeshadows, and she was digging in and like painting her legs. And I was like, okay, time out. I have to put on the brakes and stop the broadcast. So there it is. So there's an instance where sometimes S happens, sheet happens, and you've got to just roll with it. And sometimes you roll, and sometimes you got to say, okay, cut, take 2, because that's just the way it is. So now I'm back here. Did the quickie makeup look. It's all done. Did a little 90s brandy old school for you. So now back to Facebook for a sec. So you remember that I talked about getting ranked on Facebook, getting your post seen, really having those lots of engagement on your posts, people seeing it in their news feed, having that priority. So that rank is the affinity. Remember the formula was affinity times weight times time or decay of the post. So today I'm going to talk about weight, and this is what makes you one of the cool kids on the Facebook on the Facebook news feed. I almost said live stream, on the news feed, so people will see it. So the first thing you want to think about is the timing of your posts. And if you're in a network marketing company, they may even talk to you about this. When do you post? What time of day do you post? And I would start by thinking about, well, when are you looking at Facebook? When are people who are in your niche or people who are your peer group, like other moms, if you're talking to other moms, when are they on? Well, they're probably on first thing in the morning, real quick, after they get breakfast done and get everybody ready for whatever it is. Then they're probably maybe around lunchtime, maybe mid-afternoon, and then after the kids are in bed, right? So, you think about that, and you really want to speak to your audience. So, for example, I would say, about 9 o'clock in the morning, seems to be, if you want to go with like the research done, the popular times, studies have said that, most people go off of the Eastern time zone. But you want to consider that at night if you're Eastern. But in the morning, typically, if you're Eastern time, in the morning when you wake up, around somewhere between 7 and 9 is the first post. And what I like to do, just a little further tip from me, what I like to do is something inspirational to start off the day. So, and that's, Monday through Friday. On the weekends, I might do something more fun, like, what we're up to for the weekend, or asking a question, what's everybody up to? But something inspirational first thing in the morning. And then after that, you're looking probably at midday, and then looking for, late afternoon or right after dinner. And if you're in the Pacific time zone, then you're thinking about, if you're posting in your Eastern time, consider that you might have some audience that's out there on the West Coast. So you might want to make a post at 11 o'clock because it's there 8 o'clock. So just space it out throughout the day is my suggestion. Hey, Summer, what's up? How's your internet connection today, girlfriend? Because I said on the last post that after 90 minutes is when the post starts to be considered decay. But if you post back to back within that 90, Facebook gets a little suspicious, like what you're doing. And does that mean that the post before it doesn't have any value? So you have to make sure you're timing it right. Don't stack them all together. Have a nice, healthy space in between, at least 90 minutes of space, okay? And probably I would even say 90 minutes to 3 hours before you make the next post. Give it some room and give it some time for the first post to get that engagement before Facebook sees you made another post and kind of disregards the one you just did if it's too quick. Oh, you're about to go live? That's awesome. I'm so excited for you. You're going to rock that, girl. And hopefully I can see it. So if I'm done, I'm going to hop on. So then, and then just consider the time of day. So what are people doing at what given points? When are they on Facebook? And make sure you're thinking about that. So the second thing is you want to add value. So what does that mean? So we know when people are on social media, this studies have shown, I believe articles have been written about this, that they're on for 3 reasons on social media: to be informed, to be entertained, and to be inspired. So you want to make sure that your post is doing one of those 3 things. You're on to inform, entertain, or inspire. Now, I would even add a 4th one onto that, and that's authenticity. So when you're doing those posts, you're posting about, make sure it's you talking, make sure it's coming from you, and it's not just posting inspiration, sharing another post from somebody else 50,000 times, because Facebook actually looks for some originality. And I've talked about that before, about creating your own images as opposed to just posting a text quote from somebody or copying somebody else's meme or image 50,000 times. Go ahead and you know, there are free apps or really cheap apps. I talked about Word Swag is my favorite. I've been using it on my wall for the past few days, so take a look at what I've been doing. And it takes me like literally 5 minutes to do all of that. So, and it's a lot cooler and it's more original than just posting text. It's interesting to look at. So really, when you're doing those 3 things, ask yourself too, not only, you know, being original and creative and authentic, but ask yourself, is it what my audience wants to hear? Remember, because this is not about you, it's about your audience. And especially if you're in the business building profession as well, you're building a business online. It's really about what your people want to hear, not what you think they want to hear or what you're assuming they want to hear. So, for example, and they don't want to be sold to all the time and have products and things, you know, shoved down their throat. So this is why, if instead of me coming on and saying, hey, buy my unique stuff, I can show you how to do a quick look in 5 minutes. You know, give some tips that will actually help people do something. Or if you're selling, like, I don't know, vacuum cleaners, maybe instead of coming on and saying, hey, buy my vacuum for $39.95 and you get a set of steak knives, you know, really do a video tutorial or write a blog post on, or something like that, on tips on how to get the stains out, how to get tough stains out. Something that people want to know. If you're going to buy a vacuum cleaner, you're looking to solve a problem. So what is that problem that you're solving with your product or service? Educate, inspire, or inform with the post. Love it. Thank you, Faye Faye. Thank you, girl. And you do that every single day. Love it, always. So really, just go ahead and try to think about what your folks want to hear and craft your posts around that. Solve that problem. Give tips and tricks, not just selling, not just links, or not just the latest and greatest promotion. So figure out how to do that for your specific niche. And like I said, try not to copy and paste anything too. Facebook's a little sensitive about copying and pasting posts and then sending it on. Like, remember that post about Mark Zuckerberg giving out $1 million if you shared this post? I mean, after a while, Facebook's going to go, and like, it's not going to get seen. It's just going to get pushed back because it's not original, it's not authentic, and it's kind of a crap post that's just being spammed everywhere. They're going to see it as spammy. Hi, Sophia. She's back, but the makeup's hidden. So, hey, Stephanie, how are you? So, if you want to do something like that, if you see something cool and you want to copy it, like I said, create your own image, or even just revise the words. Revise how it's said. If your company says, hey, we're going to post about this July or August special today, everyone post about it, instead of giving the company image with the company logo and the company text, just revise it. Make it your own words. Speak as if you're talking to people, because that's they want to hear from you, not your company, and even make it fun. Add the emojis in it. You know, make it look different than everybody else's, because most of the people are going to be posting that same post, and Facebook's going to go, you know, spam. So be creative. The next one, the third one, is engagement. So I said on the last post, on the last video, that think of it like this. So likes are like bronze, comments are like silver, and shares are like gold. So again, that goes back to adding value. The more value you add, the more likely you're going to get this engagement. So also remember, when you're making a post, ask a question. Or if somebody comments on your post, answer them, tag them, and maybe even ask a question. Start a conversation. And again, authentic. Not a, you know, like a weird conversation or something that seems fake. Just ask somebody a question. Ask them to expand more on what they said, or ask them, you know, hey, sometimes I'll say, hey, I haven't seen you for a while. How are things going? If somebody comments all of a sudden out of nowhere and I haven't talked to them. just keep that conversation going, because not only does it build that relationship, which is what you want to do, we're in a people business for home business peeps, or you're just being social. You're on social media. It's relationships. So just go ahead and do it. It's just a win-win for everybody, and it's not about selling. Just build that relationship. Ask questions. Just normal. Remember, normal. This is what we're doing, right? Normal. See, she's being a normal 4-year-old. Hello. So remember also, the next thing I want to talk about is the time spent on the post. So if you've ever seen posts, and I did this too, so I'm going to, remember the post of the picture I put for those of you who are on my wall about find the iPhone? Facebook knows when you spend time on a post. They know just about everything. So if you're hanging out on a certain post for a while, they know it, and they're going to give it more weight because they consider it of value. So when you see those find the iPhone posts, people are hanging out looking for the iPhone for like 2 minutes. So Facebook's going to say, oh, this post must be interesting for people to read. They're liking it. So we're going to boost it, give it more weight, and put it at the top of the news feed. And they get crazy engagement because they're funny and they're fun. So that kind of post is helpful for engagement and for weight. Or you might see people, when you click on their post, it opens up like a Facebook note, and it looks like a short post, but it turns into a long post that you kind of have to go through and read. That's another thing. Facebook likes those posts because people spend time on it, and that means it's adding value in their eyes. So again, remember, we're making the rules and the algorithms on Facebook. It's not just Facebook. They really care about what you want to see. So that's how they give it weight. And the last thing is, how many posts are you doing? So too many posts, not so much. Really the magic number of posts is 3 to 5 posts per day. So you want to stay within that range, because if you don't do enough, then you're not really participating and they're not paying as much attention to you. They're thinking you don't have anything to say. If you're doing too much, again, it's back to that spammy stuff, and they're wondering what's up. So stay in that middle ground, 3 to 5 posts. And I like to say, for people who are building a home business, and you've probably heard this from your company, you're looking to post about different things throughout the day. So we do lifestyle posts. The other day I posted a picture of me at my swimming pool at my tennis club, just sitting in a recliner chair. It was so hot out. My office was disgustingly hot and humid. So I said, forget it, we're going to the pool, and I can do work anywhere from my phone. So why not say that? But I'm not going to sit here and be spammy and salesy and say, hey, I'm looking for 10 people who want to work from home from their phone and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just, I want to be me. This is what I'm doing. I get to work from my phone, just sitting at the pool in the school, and I'm someone who can tell you how to do that. So creating that curiosity. Something fun. Your kids being silly during your live streams. Your kid, whatever it is that you're doing, going out hiking for the day. Family fun. Food fun. People love food posts. Maybe a tutorial like this. You do a video. Live streams. Get more weight with video and live streams. Facebook loves that because we've phone call because we said that that's what we enjoy, and we spend time on that, especially live streams now, because they're interactive and people can engage right then and there. It's so much fun, you guys. If you haven't done it, do it. The first time it might feel a little awkward, but once you start doing it, it's so much fun to be able to interact with people right then and there. And then if you're going to post about your product or opportunity, really make it so, again, show how it works into your life. I mean, I've had a friend of mine who did a post about herself using a hair product. Okay, she spritzed it in her hair, it went like this, and it gave her hair this huge volume. And that was the title of her live stream. Big hair in 5 minutes, okay? And then at the end of the video, she's like, oh, I gotta put on my lipstick real quick. And it was unique lipstick. And I think she's up to over 20,000 views right now from that 2-minute live stream, and maybe 500 shares, and has had a lot of inquiries about her product. Has signed up some women on her team and sold some products out of this one little post. And she didn't mention anything about her company, about her products, about anything. She just shared what she was up to during her day. She's a mom, stay-at-home mom, and just shared some cool product that wasn't even from her company that could help people. Right? I mean, it really is that simple. Hey, Rachel, how are you, hon? Hey, scum, you're back. I had to jump off. It was a funny story. So that's about it for today. That's about increasing the weight on your posts. So it makes you in one of Facebook's cool kids group. And that's the ways to do it. So I'll just go over real quick what they were again, so you just remember. So one was the timing of your post. What times of day are you doing it at? and how far apart are you posting? That matters. So adding value, what does your audience want to hear? Make sure you're solving their problem, answering their questions, not assuming or doing what you think they want. Really find out what they want. And guess what? That involves talking to people, asking questions, doing Google searches and research to find out what your audience wants. That's what you need to do. And inform, entertain, inspire, and be authentic. Engagement. Likes are good, comments are better, shares are best. So make sure that your posts are really set up to add that value and get that engagement. And also, how much time are people spending on your posts? Because we're back to that value. If it's adding value, if it's informing, entertaining, or inspiring, it's going to have people stick there longer and check things out. So make sure that, and it matters, that carries weight with Facebook, tells them it's valuable. And the last thing is, how many times are you posting per day? Too little? You're not saying anything. Too much? Oh, you could be a spam artist, spam-a-jamma. So they're gonna say, nope, double secret probation for you. So 3 to 5 times a day is a magic number. Stay within that and you're golden, man. So that's it for today. That's my Facebook marketing tips and tricks to be a cool kid. So if you have any other questions, please let me know. And I want to tell you, tonight you can make fun of me even more. I encourage you, come on my live webinar. It's my very first live webinar. This is a live stream, but I'm actually on the webinar. I'm going to have my computer screen showing also, so you can see how to build a kick-ass list and make simple yet sexy capture pages in 5 minutes or less. So this is my little plug right now. The webinar link to register is mywisdomschool.com/mojo, M-O-J-O. It's happening tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern. First webinar ever. But if you don't know what a list is, or if you have one and it's not very active, you're kind of wondering what that really means, come find out. I'm drilling down to the basics, why you need it and how easy it is to get going, and why it will be your treasure and your gold in your business forever and ever. Forever. Like I have that Boston accent in there. Forever. And building capture pages in literally 5 minutes, and it looks super cool. And anyone can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm not super technical. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 4, so no excuses. Get on there. mywisdomschool.com/mojo, and I'll put it in the comments as well. And I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Have an awesome day. Stay cool out there.